Hey, welcome back to my channel, and sorry about my break on content, but I recently got a job and been slaving away my hours, so excited to get back into this. And I got back right in time at a very interesting time. Worlds is very exciting to watch as a viewer, and congratulations to China, Huami, for winning Worlds. But right now, today I want to talk about the double rating item patch 11.20, how to play the for fun patch, and what is the hidden OP rating item that I assure you will guarantee lots of wins. Let's get right into it. So, double rating items means double the fun. Yes and no. So there's lots of chances to build a very high cap board, but that also means your opponent gets to have the chance to build a very high board. Also including the chance that Mordog made some adjustments to rating and blessing, they'll be adding something called the very high quality drops, which may include 8 item components, 3 Force of Natures, and 2 Nico's help. So expect more items, more 3 stars, and more units on the board. So how did I look at this exactly? So I separated it into 3 categories: the carries, the first 2 columns, the tanks, and the utility units. So for the carries, I usually want to stack both the rating items and similar with the tanks. But for utilities, it's okay to split your rating items as they affect, they're usually a team-wide buff. So let's take a look at the tanks. So each slide, I'll be taking a look at 1 to 3. A few of the units that I find will be interesting and will be main carriers of the rating items. Galio, on one hand, will be probably the premier mid-range carry. He'll be exceptional at using almost any of these 5 tank items in union with each other, just depending on how the meta is shifting. If there's a lot of AP, AD, Bramble, Declaw, or is it a no Giant Slayer meta and then he could just stack a lot of HP with Sunfire, Warmogs, Gargoyles. We'll see how it turns out, but for sure the late game tank carry will be Garen. Warmogs, Sunfire, Bramble, Declaw, all good. And if you want to splash some damage into your tanks, you could put Archangels on both of these, Titans, Resolve, or Titans. The thing is, if you sacrifice some of their tankiness, and the opponent has, extra damage, it might not be able to be and use its full potential, like last set or as previous patches, so we're gonna have to do a lot more limit testing on that and see how it goes. But there's a potential for tanks to go god mode. And last but not least, we have the renewer Nunu. Who knows how many radiant warmogs we could put on that? Well, I guess we know it's only 2, but Nunu, one of the best early game tanks, will be able to carry a lot of warmogs. So now we move on to utilities. I only brought 2 units that I think are really worthy of holding these items. Diana, super great holder of Frozen Heart and Shroud, actually makes the game unplayable and often is a game changer in fights, while Volibear with Morello is just the basics. On the right, I put a lot of good radiant items that you can mix and match with each other to really affect the opponent's team board and your own, to see like how much of an advantage you could get just before the fight even starts. You also need to look at the radiant items like sub extra bonus. So Zephyr will provide 15% attack speed, Shroud will provide plus 15 mana. So make sure you take the time and learn a few of these bonuses to give yourself a little advantage in the fights. Now AP, now we're getting to the interesting stuff. So here's the carries and here's how you build them. So for AP, you want to take the top row. You want to have one mana generating item, Shojin or blue buff. And here are the carries, beside the item. And then you want to match it with one of the items on the bottom. So the ones you see here, AP is very straightforward. You usually want to have 1 damage, 1 mana, and then +1. So lots of different combinations: Shojin, True Gauntlet, Deathcap, Giant Slayer, Hextech, Lightblade, Archangel, Blue Buff, Jewel Gauntlet, Deathblade, Giant Slayer, Hextech, plus Ionic Spark. Lots of damage and lots of potential for super high Heimerdinger, Teemo, Vel'Koz, Karma comps. Look forward to it, but now for the moment you guys have all been waiting for. The super OP Radiant item that I recommend everyone pick up, and those who did not watch the video will be falling behind, is Radiant Quicksilver. So Radiant Quicksilver, before this patch, was actually really strong, especially on Nocturne and Jax, who really don't need that extra attack speed but get it, and the infinite CC block is definitely a buff. Let's see what I mean by this. Radiant QSS should be carried by almost all of these guys from now on, in pair with other 80 burst damage items like Deathblade, IE, Bleed T, Last Whisper, Hodge, Giant Slayer will actually be an unstoppable carry. And if you don't have Hodge or BT, you can just add like a healing third item, and boom, your 80 carry will be unstoppable 1v9 tank machine. Thank you for listening to my take on what I think 11.20 will be like. Trust me on this Radiant QSS take. This is going to be the best item in the game. If you're playing 80, of course. Maybe AP as well. Who knows? But yeah, look forward to 11.20 because I definitely will. And maybe I'll make another effort to push for Challenger. If not, I'm sitting 0 LP. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content. I will be producing one video every week again.